Shivas tamuz, very, very fittingly, most years comes after Parshas Balak. Why? If you look at the 5 things that happened in Shivas Tamuz, all of them have to do with breaking boundaries. They all have to do with being exposed in somehow being invaded, open to foreign influences, breaking the luchas, where we stand. At that time, we didn't know we're going to have another luchas. We're lost. The whole purpose of coming out of Mitzrayim to get the Torah, it's all gone. The breaching of the walls, right? We're exposed. We are invaded and we're open. Burning of the Torah, the putting a hetzel behechal. It's breaking the boundaries of the kedusha. That's what Shivas Tamuz is all about. It's the opening of the Bein HaMitzarim. It's the opening of the saddest period in the Jewish year, because Shivas Tamuz is the day that we begin to recognize what happens when boundaries are broken. That has a lot to do with Parshas Balak, because the end of Parshas Balak is the story of the Benos Moav, where the Jewish people went ahead and broke their boundaries of tzniut and went to the non-Jewish girls. And not only that, Rav Chaim Shmulevitz discusses on Parshas Balak that the whole idea of the Avodah Zarah of Pa'or, which is a disgusting Avodah Zarah, is to say you break boundaries. I always interpreted the idea of the Pa'or as being the idea of the 60s generation that I lived through as a little boy, where everything goes, whatever you do is fine. We have it even worse today, where there are no boundaries. You can change to men to women the society is so open to no boundaries. Nothing is stayed with absolute values, right? Nothing. And that's Shivas Tamuz. Shivas Tamuz is stop and think and recognize what happens when there are no boundaries. When there are no boundaries, every single person is invaded. There's no safety. When there's hefker, when you deal with absolutely no rules, then nobody's safe, right? Nobody is safe, because you can always be invaded. Everybody can come in and do what they want. And that's what the Torah tells us happened with the Luchos and Shivas Tamuz. And Chazal were kovea this time. Recognize that if you don't keep your own boundaries, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will show you what happens when there are no boundaries. And that's a terrible tragedy. And therefore, Shivas Tamuz is a fast day in which we have to think about what our situation is and how we have to be in charge of ourselves. we're not capable of changing the whole world directly. We can't go ahead and stop abominations that take place in the world. But we can stop abominations that happen within ourselves. And when each member of Klal Yisrael takes this lesson and understands that perhaps Bein HaMitzarim is a lesson, it's good to be inside boundaries. It's good to get into something that has boundaries. Because it tells you, I know where I am, I know what I have to do, I have gvulot, and if I learn my gvulot, and I use my gvulot properly, then I can build a whole new world. We build a whole new world starting from ourselves, and then slowly reaching outward, but starting within ourselves. We have our gvulot, we maintain our gvulot, we're proud of our gvulot, right? Then we're able to start building blocks for a new society that Tisha B'Av should turn into a day of binyan rather than chas v'chila, the time of churban. We should see it closely in our days that Tisha B'Av will be the yontiv of the rebuilding.